pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view, hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks, I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Death comes in threes, wins come in twos, cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. I do a good job, pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on, pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one, they wanna keep me, oh that's a good one. Pockets are dense, I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down, hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m., check out. Might give her one foul, just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess in my schedule. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Half the errands need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a match. Plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope. They thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. And I don't need you to okay it. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown.
They can't take it to 10.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. Feel like Ginger from Casino. Aces up my sleeve though. Right before I leave, I said like I'm Dino. Think I'm part Italian. Blame it on Gino. Smells like the medallion. The skin on cappuccino. I don't kiss and tell. Keep your distance from myself. Fettuccine with the snails in a 5-star hotel. And I wish she well when they wish for me to fail. I might donate petty bills. They can't get it by they sell.
That's why I treat my men good, but not too good. I give them too much, then they don't need me. I give them just
yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. I'ma get it either way. I don't even gotta say what I want when I want. They just put it on my plate. I could get it right away. Take you through my day to day. Wake and pray, make that play. Get some good at my place. There's some on the way, cause my bro's on the way. I got stones on my gold. I got loads in my safe. Had a 7-figure summer, so I'm putting on some weight. Set up getting thick, so I put it on display.
With this round here, I make a joke, everybody laughs. I know I'm funny, but I'm not that funny.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head by myself. I'ma get it by myself, yeah.
I was waiting to taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Masterpiece, my masterpiece. That mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't ratted. We break you down like a pound. I got it, don't pound to surround me. I'm corrupted, flow cold and it's rugged, bumpy. What is up? I'm ready for war. You got to love it like black, yeah. And it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, what? And it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah, and it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, yeah, and it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want problems. No, I said you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready?
All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Houston Texans. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Ready? 10 logo. Don't say nothing. Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move now.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. They find some open field here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards. The Texans pick up the first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
22 jet bombers. 22 jet bombers. You got tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Get it.
Here's Stick on 1st and 10. Into the hands of the tight end. This is Jordan Thomas. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys? Coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night, guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Try to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Benardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
On the set. Check 45, Kamani. Don't let it breathe. Big
Stick looking to throw on 1st and 10. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47.
Get him, boy. Yeah, that's how we do, D.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Stick looking to throw. Setting up the screen for Miller. Give them 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a third down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot. 45 to Mike. Hey, here we go. Hit it.
Here's Stick, 3rd and long. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The Bears take
Let's go.
first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
At the 24-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
2 times.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And it's 3rd down.
Hey, Haywood.
3rd and 2. Now Trubisky gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement?
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
Double dog. That's the way. SOS. 6-6, pull it high. Check, 45 to Mike. Check. Ready. Here we go.
A quick throw out wide to Fuller. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
He's not going to get me.
On 3rd down, it's Stick. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Here's Brian Anger now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines.
Here we go.
At their own 14-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And this is their third drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
It's our time. Switch.
First down, a run with Cohen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
And the Bears first down.
No score after one on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On first down, they go right back to Cohen. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say, 200 plus?
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Well, not a big gain with that play, but what they're doing is they're spreading the defense out, probing a little bit, and what they're hoping probably is that later in the game, they can create a matchup that they can exploit for big yardage later.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Zach Cunningham, there defensively to make that play.
So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
It was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this. You have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's who you're looking for.
Now Stick. He's got Fuller. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Here we go! 18 Gator, we own this. We pilot 64, we turn it up. Get it.
1st and 10, Stick. Screenplay, Johnson. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 2nd down, it's Johnson. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
And they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
The Texans with a first opportunity now from the red zone. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18.
It's going to be a long day. Hey, Zoo. Check 45 to Mike. Check 45.
A shotgun throw for Stick. It's complete to Fuller. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
It's now second and 6. At the 14.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up second and 6.
Shift. 61, match box.
Running from the gun, Johnson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Stick from the gun. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Stick back to pass. Touchdown, Texans.
Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Sit up! 180! Hey, 18.
Looking to throw again on second down. Trubisky, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Javon Hargrave in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Third down. 3rd and 13.
After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. He's got his tight end, Burton. And a loose football. And the Texans scoop it. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Big Eddie Goldman there on the tackle.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
They'll run it with Johnson. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Go! 45. Ready!
Stick looks to throw. Letting one go deep for the end zone. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one.
Hard.
On second down, Johnson. A timeout here as we got a player shaken up, and that's Johnson who's down on the field. And how might this affect him for the playoffs? We'll get a report when we come back. The Texans on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Hey, Delta.
Back to throw. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go! The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
The Bears, first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
A first trip to the red zone for the Bears. 1st and 10 at the 19. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Watch the screen. Ran, go.
Now Trubisky. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. J.J. Watt in there to get him. And that is now sack number 18 on the season for it. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert! Switch! Man, switch! Alert, flat! Shit!
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. And he fires one that's intercepted. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Let's go, defense. Let's get off the field, defense. Check. General West. 45, Mike, 45. Watch twist. Let's go.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fuller. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter.
Let's go. Let's do this.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there.
And now look at him go. The 30. 10. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen with touchdown number 23 here on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point safely through, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Ready, set.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
60 Pittsburgh. Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo! He's checking. Recon, 132 fighter.
They'll run it again with Miller. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts this down to a 3rd and about 5. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Out of the pistol look, it's Miller. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. Here comes Cohen. 12 yards on the return that time, and the Bears take over.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check nickel. Alert. Check, go back. We got motion. Back up.
They try again with Cohen. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
And looking at Houston defensively, they've got a dime set. 6 DBs on third.
Hey, echo. Alert. All day, every day, any day. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Check 24. Check 3. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Now Trubisky to throw. Finding Gabriel complete. And he's going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. A gain of 22.
A gain of 22 yards. First down, Chicago.
Check 41. It's got to be
on first down, it's Cohen. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From just shy of midfield, Trubisky. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one good for 26 and a first down. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there. I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. And how might this affect him for the playoffs? We'll get a report when we come back. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Trubisky will throw. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
I like his effort there. He got it done on his own, but let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. The kick by Pinheiro is good, and that will knot us up at 10.
So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The play began back at the 23, and they pick up 23.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10.
Watch the eye. 80 weapon. Hit it.
Here's Stick on first and 10. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Set. 18 Gators. Oh, you got deep. Double tight, double tight. You got to go.
And they'll run it from the gun with Miller. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Two-check bomber. Two-check bomber.
A gain of 10 brings up 3rd and 4.
Check 13. Check 13. Ready, ready.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Khalil Mack. Make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game. Here's Brian Anger now. He's been terrific so far. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. 51 yards on the ground. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now it's Trubisky, able to shake him off. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Now it's Trubisky. And that's caught for a Bear touchdown. It's the tight end, Trey Burton. Trey Burton. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bears have taken the lead. The extra point up and good. And that makes it a 17-10 score. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Come on, man. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Got it.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
218, chop. Watch twist.
They keep it with Miller on first down. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Get it.
On 2nd down, it's Stick. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling him almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Leonard Floyd in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the air.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Trubisky now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. This is Grant. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Tight end right. Tight end right. 4 down. 4 down. Shift. Watch the shift.
They go back to Grant. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Chicago. Corey Grant with touchdown number 8 on the year. As the Bears push further out in front. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Stick looking to throw on 1st and 10. He gets it to Thomas. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Here's Stick looking to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away.
Whenever they're trying to attack a zone defense, you're trying to figure out where your gaps are going to be. And depending on what type of zone they're playing, it could be on the outside, it could be in the middle, it could be in the seams, in the edges. In this case, they tried to attack the middle of the field, but this zone defense didn't allow it because they were able to see the ball come off the quarterback's hands, and everyone was able to react to the football and knock it away.
The Texans on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever.
Double up. He's coming, double up.
Hey, high 7.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
61, matchbox lights.
Tighten up.
Hit it.
Here's Stick, 3rd and long. And he finds Stills, complete. That one goes for 24 yards.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 33. Now Stick. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Khalil Mack in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And this shot downfield on 2nd down is brought in. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 15-yard line.
That's good for the Texans.
Greystone, grab it. Hey, Foxtrot.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Let's go.
Get it.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. This is Miller, complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 8. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Eddie Jackson picks it, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Watch tight end.
They'll run on 1st down. Grant. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Grant, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
On third down, Grant. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. The Texans going to signal for their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Now a desperation throw deep, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Kyle Fuller, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
At their own 42-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime, obviously